With Nintendo raising the price of their video games to $80 in some instances, we kind of expect more out of those games. We expect them to be bigger, more expansive, to run better, look better, and me personally, I kind of expect them to have something that came out on the 360, achievements. Well, that is where me and the journalist we're going to take a look at today differ, because the journalist we're going to take a look at today wrote an article about how the Switch 2 should not have achievements. It's hard to say this without even laughing at this point. Nintendo is right to reject achievements. Achievement unlocked. Purchased the Nintendo Switch 2. Man, we are already off to an absolutely fantastic start here. Anyway, let's go ahead and go deeper into this article. Hold on to your brain cells, guys. Nintendo has always marched to the beat of its own Donkey Kong bongos. The company studiously avoids many industry trends, as evidenced by the fact that its big next-generation console is launching in the middle of the current generation set by PlayStation and Xbox. Its independence can be a bad thing, and the week of conversation generated by its decision to price Mario Kart World at $80 shows the downsides of being out of step, but the company's resolute refusal to just go along with what the rest of the industry is doing can be a good thing too. Take the company's disinterest in generative AI. While Sony is dabbling with AI characters and Xbox is putting out worse versions of decade-old games generated on the fly by AI, Nintendo is saying that it will just keep focusing on good, human-made games. Refreshing. I consider the news that Nintendo is still refusing to incorporate system-wide achievements into the Switch 2 to be another case where being a little old school is a good thing. I mean, I love how you point out that Xbox is making worse versions of games they made 10 years ago. Is that not what the Pokemon company is doing right now? Also, yeah, I just absolutely love when the console that I buy for $450 with $80 games does not have features that were industry standard back in 2005 on the 360. And can we call this for what it is? It's not being old school, it's being lazy. Every single other platform at the moment has achievements in their games. Xbox has achievements, PlayStation has achievements, Steam has achievements. There is no reason for Nintendo not to have achievements, especially considering all the greedy shit they've been up to recently. The least they could do is have industry standard features on their new console. I mean, hell, even a lot of emulators have achievements. Achievements and trophies turn gaming into metagaming. I don't like trophies and achievements. I've platinumed one game in my life, and it was Astrobot, which was pretty easy to 100% and enjoyable enough that going after the optional objectives never became a pain. I don't actively dislike trophy and achievement hunting. Mostly, I don't think about it at all, but I think that achievements and trophies unnecessarily gamify the act of gaming. Oh no, how dare them gamify my video game? But seriously, if you don't really care about going for achievements and all that, that's understandable. There's a lot of games where I don't really care about achievements, but there are others where I do. And what is wrong with having that option there for people who enjoy achievement hunting? You literally admit yourself that you decided to platinum Astrobot, so clearly these achievements hold some value. And even if you don't care to go out of your way to get achievements, it's cool to see what you have and have not accomplished when it comes to a video game, especially one that you play a lot. I checked the achievements of Doom 2016 recently, and I recently discovered that I actually did beat the first level on Ultra Nightmare mode, which is something that I was actually unaware of, and it's cool that the game lets me know what I have accomplished over my time playing the game. Also, achievements are a pretty good way to kinda weed out grifters when it comes to like Twitter console war users. You know, somebody'll say, oh, Indiana Jones was like the worst game of all time, I finished it. You'll go check their profile and they haven't even fucking played it. I know most people don't care about that, but I mean, it is pretty funny. Sometimes they're needlessly confusing, like a trophy in Life is Strange Double Exposure. God damn, I'm sorry you had to play that shit. I can't imagine achievement hunting in it, let alone playing it. I mean, dude, we're talking about a game with only a 73 meta score, which if you know how high of scores they give to literal slop, that's not great, and a 4.4 user score. I can't imagine achievement hunting in that shit. Also, yeah, this Tamoor Hussein guy on the screen, he also argued for easy mode in Dark Souls. What does this have to do with the article or the game? Literally nothing. Anyway, like I said, sometimes they're needlessly confusing, like a trophy in Life is Strange double exposure that requires you to find several art projects but is vague about what exactly counts towards the goal. Sometimes they're needlessly time-consuming, like when Grand Theft Auto 4 asks players to shoot 200 pigeons. Sometimes a game makes you play it all the way through multiple times to get the platinum. All of this makes the experience less interesting, not more. Well, there's a very simple solution to that problem. Don't go for platinums that are super annoying. Achievements and trophies aren't all bad. This isn't to say that trying to find something off the beaten path can't be fun. A difficult objective makes you engage with a game in a new way and can help you understand it better. You get to know a game's system and level design really well when you're trying to beat its most difficult challenges, and, if you love a game, that kind of deep engagement is worthwhile, but these kinds of challenges can be implemented within the games themselves. But I don't really see anything wrong with a game making you shoot 200 pigeons, or playing through a game multiple times to get different endings. Like Elden Ring, for example. Just because you don't like those achievements doesn't mean they're bad achievements. Get over it. And if you don't like a specific achievement, you could always just not go for it. You don't have to get that achievement to keep playing. And when you're not trying to pad out a list for a platinum, or working to keep the objectives fair so players don't get mad, you can make them more interesting. The recent Hitman trilogy included a ton of optional objectives within each level. I didn't care about earning the achievements on my PS5. I cared about completing the objectives in-game. Trying to finish all the levels without being noticed gave me something fun to work toward. But I was never worried about trying to get a trophy. The real trophy was the guards I knocked out along the way. If developers want to include objectives inside the actual game, that's great. More power to them. But I appreciate Nintendo taking the emphasis off external motivation and placing it purely on the fun you actually get from the experience. I mean, you could still have that exact same fun with trophies in the game. Why do the rest of us have to suffer because, I don't know, you don't like achievements? Get over yourself, seriously. This is just so entitled, dude. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. If you didn't, you can leave a dislike and a mean comment. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me. There's no reason not to have achievements, Nintendo, and I'm out.